In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I got the IRS to pay me to start a business. Okay, and I'm also going to show you right now how I got the banks to give me the money for free to start these businesses. So I actually got paid twice. Okay, the banks went ahead and they gave me $150,000 at a 0% interest rate for 12 months. And this is the exact credit sequence that I utilize to gain access to this money. Now, this is not that easy. You can't just go online and look up all these cards and apply for them and get them approved in that order. You have to do some due diligence and you have to build out your personal credit file first. Luckily, on this channel, I went ahead and I gave you a free guide on exactly how to build your personal credit file and then get approved for these business cards. So if you haven't seen that already, go make sure you watch that video on my channel. Now, real quick, this is the order in which I got the cards. I got the Business American Express Platinum card first. This got my foot in the door with Amex. This is where they're going to pull one inquiry, and now I'm going to double dip on the other cards. So they only pull once, and then I can go ahead and I can get approved for the Amex Express Business Plus and then the Business Cash. Now, Amex is really likely to approve you for 3x the credit limit you're approved for when you call in the number on the back and you request a 3x credit limit. If you get approved on the first one, you also have a chance on getting approved on the second one. If you don't get approved on the second one for the 3x, it's all good. At least you got it on one of them, and you're still going to end up with a good amount of credit limits across those two cards. Moving on, Chase. Chase is one of the best tier 1 banks in America, and they are known to give the highest limits. Make sure you go and visit my guide in my last video that I posted, because I show you exactly how to apply and what to put on the applications and how to apply with a relationship manager, which is going to bypass all of the robots, and it's going to get you your highest requested credit limit with that bank. So I went ahead, I got the Business Inc. Unlimited, and I got the Business Inc. Cash. Now, across all 4 of these cards, because I am such a vetted customer and I have such a good relationship, I have 5 business bank accounts with Chase, and they're all seasoned with a lot of money, I was able to access $150,000 at 0%. Now, you could access this too. You just have to make sure you know the internal banking rules and you know what to put on these applications. And we help all of our students inside Credit Class do exactly that. So if you're interested in having me personally hold your hand through this process, you can click the link in the description and you can apply below. Now, anyway, moving on. What are the 2 businesses that I got paid by the IRS to start? Well, the first one is Airbnb, and the second one is a Turo business. Turo is a car rental business, okay? So let's cover business number 1, Airbnb. So as you can see here on this picture, this is me in front of my house that I purchased for an investment reason in Fort Lauderdale. And then this is also the car that I have on Turo, a Tesla Model X Plaid 2022. Okay, so the Airbnb. Well, this is one of the best tax write-offs you can get. This is a single family home that I purchased with an investment property loan. I was able to write off around 30% of the purchase price of the home with bonus depreciation and the cost segregation study that I did. Now, you can only qualify for passive losses if you or your spouse can qualify as a real estate professional. If you want to find out more about that, I would get with a tax advisor so they can advise you on how you could properly qualify, because I am no tax advisor or accountant, so do not take advice from me. Okay. Now, once my wife qualified for that, I was able to qualify for passive losses, which gave me a $150,000 write-off in year 1, okay, which is absolutely incredible. Now, that's the tax write-off. That's how the IRS paid me to buy a business. And for the cash flow, this Airbnb specifically earned me $4,000 to $6,000 per month in profit after I paid my mortgage and expenses. And this is just to show you the proof. Okay, this is directly from the company that I hired to manage this Airbnb. And as you can see, here's the reservation dates, and the cash to owner after all the cleaning fees, expenses, and service fees was for this month $5,178. As you can see, this home was clocking in an average nightly rate of $391. So, you take $5,000, and of course, you're not going to get that every month. Like I said, we could just average it down to, let's even on the low end do $4,000 times 12, we're looking at $48,000 a year. And this was partially purchased also by the banks. Okay, we'll get into that in just a second. But let's talk next about the second business that the IRS paid me to start. Okay, this is my Turo business. Okay, this is also a tax write-off, right? I purchased a Tesla Model X Plaid with $15,000 down. I was able to get a good interest rate on this car as well. And I was able to write off 100% of the purchase price. And I bought the car at the top of the market. Okay, you guys can clown on me. I bought it for $169,000. Today that car is probably worth like $85K or something. But anyway, besides the point, I was able to write off that full $169K with Section 179 bonus depreciation, which was massive for me that year. So not only did I have this write-off, but I also had that home write-off with the bonus depreciation on that cost seg that I did. Okay. Now let's talk about the cash flow. This car, since I've put it on Turo, as you can see here, I started it towards the end of February. I think I had 1 week in February, so I'm not going to count that as a full month. Obviously, I had it in the full month of March, in April, and now May. A little slow in May, but you know, when you average this out, it comes out to about $2,000 per month in profit. Okay, which is awesome. Here's my actual vehicle listing. As you can see, the picture of me with the car. I'm not making this stuff up. I actually do have this on Turo. Now, let's talk about the cost breakdowns of both of these investments, okay? Now, the Airbnb, I was able to liquidate some of that $150,000 off of those business cards and use that money for down payments. And I was able to use that card to furnish the home. I actually sent my mom the business card. My mom is actually employed by me. I retired her in 2020. And now she does little things like Airbnb and stuff whenever I need her to. So I flew her down to Florida. I gave her my card. I said, Mom, do whatever you got to do, but don't spend over $5K. And she was able to furnish the entire house at $5,000 at 0%. And I was able to use the profit that was coming in from this business to then pay off the card before that interest was up. Okay. I was also able to put down $100,000 from the business cards into the down payment of that home, right? I had to put 20% down, which was $150K. So I used $100K from the business cards and $50K of my own cash. The furnishings were only $5K. So all in all, put about $105K in from the business cards. And now, yes, I'm not going to be able to pay that all off in the first year because obviously the house only makes $48,000 in profit, but I'll pay whatever I can off with that home. And then I'll pay the rest off with my business profits that are coming in from my other income streams, right? This just gives me more freedom and optionality to be able to have my personal capital deployed in Bitcoin. We're in a bull market right now. I don't want to have to sell all my assets to pay off these cards, right? Or I'm sorry, to pay off the down payment on the home. I'd rather have my personal capital deployed in stocks, in Bitcoin, in ETFs, and be working for me. And then I use the bank's money to buy more assets. This is how the rich continue to get rich because they continue to borrow against a leveraged debt to buy more assets. And then they only sell when they absolutely have to, okay? Now, with the leftover money, I was able to do this Turo business. So put down $15K on that car. My monthly payments are about $1,500 a month and 0% down and revenue to make monthly payments. Okay. So I was able to use the 0% to make the down payment and the revenue from my car I used to pay off the card. Okay. So all in all, the entire premise of this video is to understand the opportunities at hand. The IRS literally will pay you money to open up certain businesses, real estate, Bitcoin mining, Turo, anything that has machinery or equipment, you can qualify for bonus depreciation and get massive tax write-offs, not even including the cash flow. You basically get to profit twice. I also made a video in the past on this channel about how I started a Bitcoin mining company 100% with the bank's money, and now we service over 90 clients today. Okay, so if you want to access $50,000 to $100,000 at a 0% intro rate, and you want a step-by-step plan on how to properly deploy that capital into cash flowing assets, then I want you to go ahead and book a call using the link in the description below. We'll get on a credit discovery call with my team. We'll make sure you have the right options at hand, and we'll help you point the right one for you. With that being said, make sure you go ahead and smash the like button on this video, hit subscribe, because I'm on a roll here. I think we're on day 6 or 7 of coming out with daily videos every single day, and I'm going to continue to bring you the best game on the internet. With that being said, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.